or it could be just depression, or it could be changes in my body, or it could be all these med changes that I've been going through. Well, howdy, Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. The sun is shining, and it's supposed to be pretty warm today. Not as warm as it was yesterday, but still warmer than I enjoy. Still, not up to me. Thumbs up for that. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad. And yesterday it was really warm without getting blisteringly hot. And I still went for walkies when it was around 90. So that was fun. But at least I was able to sleep last night. It wasn't too hot. I had to place my one fan on high, blasting right on me. So yay on that. But at least I was able to sleep. Excuse me. And of course, front loading of videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome as well. If you could leave me a comment, I enjoy each and every one of them, and I answer as many as my executive dysfunction will allow. Thumbs up for that. I would also like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons, these literally beautiful and literally awesome people who are, in fact, literally beautiful and literally awesome. Without their help, I and my pets would be hosed like Christmas monkeys. And trust me, that is not a way you want to be hosed. So if you'd like to help me out and become one of my patrons, there are links in the video showing more. Thumbs up for that. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, there are links to a PayPal. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, there's an Amazon wishlist link with stuff like cat food on it. So if you could check that out, that'd be awesome. And front loading of videos over. Yay! So yes, indeed. It was really, really warm yesterday. Oi. And today I'm nervous and anxious because I have a med manager appointment where I'm going to talk to my med manager about the Wellbutrin and what I think about it. Now, I've been taking it for less than a month, so I don't think I have full antidepressant effects from it. I can't remember what the standard dosage is, so I don't know if I can go up or down or if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I do feel an effect on my ADHD from it. In the morning times when I take it, time does usually, not always, usually slows down some. I am able to concentrate, focus, remember, and think a little better. Nothing is ever going to be as good as Ritalin. That's the golden city on the hill that nothing can ever compare to. But I take that and I die, since my blood pressure went up to 200 over 100 while taking it. So I have been going through all sorts of med change issues, and yay for that. But it appears to be working, even though it's not wonderful or perfect in every way. That's okay. So we're going to talk about that and see how this all works out. Definitely a thumbs up, and hopefully things go well. I mean, it won't go bad. It'll go well, and maybe, like I say, it might be able to be increased. Who knows? But I take my first dose at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I try to take my second dose around 3 o'clock, though I usually take it around 4, sometimes at 5, sometimes as late as 6. And when I take it that late, it does become harder to think and concentrate while I'm out on walkies. So yay. But still, that's going on there. Take a look about this. Yes. I am worried about my cognition and my motivation. I don't know if this is because of the medication or just my depression with everything that's happening in the world. I'm worried about my cognition, thinking. My ability to think in some ways does seem to be taking a hit. And I don't know if that's a health issue where something's happening inside me where it's gotten bad enough now that it's affecting up here, or it could be just depression, or it could be changes in my body, Or it could be all these med changes that I've been going through. There's no one great answer, and it's something that I've got to, well, I mean, it may be one great answer, but there are so many possibilities right now that each one of these things that I said are equally strong and true. So I got to try and figure out what's going on and all that. And my motivation as well. Oy vey. I get through the afternoon, about 1 o'clock or so. Sometimes my motivation is gone. And I spend the rest of the afternoon not doing anything at all. Not playing video games, just watching videos and sitting here for like 3 hours at a shot. I don't like doing that. Yes, I like being entertained, but I also like doing things. I like playing YouTube videos as music, because I turn the music off on the video game so that I can listen to the YouTube video as a podcast while I'm playing my game. I'm not even doing that. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about my motivation. Hokey smokes. Still though, trying to do the best I can, and we'll see how this all works out. Past that, I've just been trying to survive. Eating food as best that I can. I don't eat a lot, and I don't eat a lot, especially in the morning time when I first wake up. Excuse me. Trying my best to stay hydrated, because I find it difficult to drink just plain water. If I have to drink just plain water, I will find that I drink far, far less than even 2 liters of water during a whole day. And that's not good. And unfortunately, drinking water tends to upset my stomach. I get heartburn. I get sick to my stomach. Just the plain water does. I don't know why. So I tend to drink diet sodas. I drink 2 2-liter bottles of diet soda because I can drink that. It doesn't bother my stomach. I believe that there's enough particulate matter within the soda that it fulfills my stomach's desire to chew on something, but it doesn't overload it. So because there's something there and it's leaving behind a film for my stomach to work on, I don't feel bad. My stomach doesn't feel awful after drinking the soda. And as stated, I can drink 2 2-liter bottles of soda in a day. Excuse me, I'm spitting. That, at least, is keeping me semi-hydrated. Yes, the caffeine that I take is a diuretic, but the extra fluid in a 2-liter bottle is helping to keep me hydrated. I'm taking more water than I'm giving out. So, it's not wonderful, but at least I can stay hydrated that way. I can't remember why I was talking about that, but there we go. Now, I'm going to be spending more time talking about my various settings and creative stuff. Thumbs up for that, hopefully. There is the whole... I've got a tiny bug that flew in. First, I'm going to talk about this one. Because bugs. I'm sitting here at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night watching videos. I've got the lights off. There's just my monitor, and then a big old crane fly like this tries to land on my arm, and it's like, Now, I've mentioned before that I don't know why or how this happens. Whether the lights are on or off, it doesn't matter where the flying bug is. It can be over here, it can be right here. If I swing my hand anywhere at it, from here, straight forward, back toward me, side to side, when I swing, as soon as it's done, that bug's trajectory changes to go toward my face. And the more I swing at it, the more it zeroes in on my eyes. And I don't know why and how this happens. Well, last night, of course, thing on my arm, so I went, swung my hands at it. Boom! Right on my face, right next to my eye. I don't know why or how they always do that. No matter where they are, no matter how hard I swing, because of that, they zero in on my eyes. So yeah, in total darkness, the next thing I know, it's right there in my face, and it's like, good God. So yeah, that's the bad part about having my window open 24/7. spiders here are not paying their rent by eating these bugs fast enough. But again, I'm going to talk about my creative stuff because I have been thinking a lot about this one. It's not a different setting. It's all part of the whole Cryptid thing. But having listened once again to the song Going Under by Devo, that really has hit me right now. And in fact, there was a comment underneath this one video of the song Going Under by Devo, where the person said, I love Devo, I love this timeless song. There's something really dark within it, something that really grabs hold of me. And yes, that's one of the reasons I like the song. It is dark, as I've mentioned. You know, there's nothing terrible within it. But if you read the whole song as it is, I look at it as like addiction. This person has been introduced to something, whether it is a substance or a situation, and they are just enwrapped in it, and they're going to just sink under the surface, and they are never coming back up for air. And that, just like the guy says, it just really reaches in and grabs something. And so I have been working on this setting. I don't know who the person is yet, but when they wake up, they're on a day, their cryptid sense has tripped over entirely into their vision. They find out, cryptids tend to refer to cryptid sight as your third eye opening. Now your vision is clear. You can see reality as it really is. So his eye has opened, his vision is clearing, and as it turns out, he's got a very powerful sense of vision. Because it's like a constant acid trip. Feels good physically, feels good mentally, is able to think, thank goodness. But the world is fluid. No lines are straight. I didn't mean to pause. I just suddenly lost my ability to use language. No walls are straight. And when you're listening to sounds, just background sounds, they can repeat and echo to the point that it sounds like background music. And if you can stop and concentrate, because I used to take acid like candy back in the 90s, you will realize, oh my God, that's not music. That was the sound of a car passing by. And this is what this person is experiencing. Most people whose cryptid sense kicks in like that, they may feel that, depending on how strong their vision is, for a few days before things get normalized. I figure it never normalizes for this person. They always feel good mentally and physically. Everything is always moving. They can always smell, feel, taste, hear more. Because with a cryptid, your cryptid vision is just like the sight for the people who live on the razor's edge in the inside. You're seeing 10% more than is available for normal people to see and feel. Same thing with the cryptid's vision on that end. You're seeing 10% more of everything. And because this person's vision is so strong, it never normalizes. And this person, I figure, after they wake up, they go out, they're adventuring, they're doing things. After about a week, that's when they run into friends of theirs, and their friends are horrified because, you know, the guy vanished about a week ago, and now they find him, and he's like dirty. He's been living on the streets. He's losing weight. His hair's growing out. His beard is long. He looks and smells bad. What the hell's gone wrong with this poor guy? When, of course, to this guy's vision, he looks and feels great. Whenever he needs to sleep, he just finds a nice place, and it feels good. And when he wakes up, he feels refreshed and awesome. When he's hungry, he can always find something to eat, and he's always entertained. To him, life is beautiful. But everyone else watching him, of course, they're horrified at what's happened to this poor guy. Oh my God. So there's the dichotomy there. He feels good. He's interacting with a lot of things. He's having adventures. But to everyone else who's just a normie, oh my God, the poor guy. And of course, I figure, I mentioned how there's the McGregor Mansion with Pol Pot Park, which was just the grounds of the old mansion. That's where the negative cryptids tend to go. After this fellow runs into some positive cryptids, they ask him, why the hell? Why on earth? What in God's name brought you to go to Pol Pot Park? And he's like, well, a werewolf told me that I should go to Pol Pot Park. So I did, and he seemed trustworthy. I mean, he'd eaten someone, but he seemed trustworthy. Like, seems trustworthy? How can he seem trustworthy if he'd just eaten someone? To which, of course, the guy would respond something along the lines of, just because you devour people doesn't mean you're not trustworthy. I mean, the werewolf was upfront about it. It wasn't being sneaky. So I went to Pol Pot Park. Yeah, a bad place to go unless you're one of the negative cryptids, and even then, it does no guarantee you're going to come out alive. Now, it's not a murdering grounds, but it's not a happy and healthy place to be with that presence underneath that requires feeding. So that's a joy. And so I figure, because all of this is happening, it's all happening, and there are gates, there are doors, there are cryptids all around this world. But there's a large major gate in Brookerton, South Carolina. This gate, this door opens up to the Razor's Edge. It is very, very powerful, strong gate opening up to the most powerful empire in this current time, the Crimson Kingdom, stabilizing both the inside and the Razor's Edge to the point that they are having a presence in here on the outside. Try to remember where I was going with that. God, I love having ADHD. The gate and the door. Yes. Okay. And I can't remember where I was going past it, except to remember that it was the gate and the door, the most powerful one. Yes. Brookerton, South Carolina. Okay, I brought it back. The Department of Government Resources, which is an existential horror, is in Brookerton, South Carolina. Pol Pot Park is in Brookerton, South Carolina. There are a lot of things going on in this fictional town of Brookerton, South Carolina. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect as intended. And even though I count American Sign Language, well, you've already seen how my brain works. If you have watched this far, thank you so much. I hate it when my brain just fails entirely. So you have my sincere apologies. And again, if you've watched this far, thank you so very, very much. We have JAYY, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you. There is Ham Side. How about that? Thank you very, very much. There is Carlos Rob, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you. There is Patet Met Mayonnaise. I did that, not pronounce that properly, but thank you very, very much. There's Loco5, thumbs up and good to see you. Jesse Koskinen, good to see you as well. And I'm not quite sure what you mean by renovation, so I'm very sorry. There are the Horror Files, thank you much. Good to see you in the comments as well. Caesar J, thumbs up and thank you. We have Insignificant Nick, thumbs up and thank you much. There's Javier Escuella, thumbs up and thank you. Ben B, good to see you in the comments, thumbs up and thank you. And that is it. 11 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated. Get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people. thumbs up and thank you. Well, hokey smokes, I got my med manager appointment today, so hopefully I can get some other things done on top of that, but if I can't, that's okay. At least I'm surviving day by day. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully you can get done the things you need to get done. If not, survival mode is important. And of course, with the diseases and the Covfefe bug still raging, please take the appropriate precautions for your situation. Oy vey. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.